Could Aidan O'Connell be on his way out of Las Vegas? And what does the latest update on Derek Carr mean for the Raiders moving forward? Plus, Quinn Ewers reportedly has his eyes on playing for Pete Carroll. Let's break it all down. First up, let's talk about Aidan O'Connell and his future with the Raiders. According to reports from The Athletic, the Raiders could explore trading O'Connell during the NFL draft weekend. With Geno Smith locked in as the starter for now, there's buzz that Las Vegas might draft a rookie quarterback to develop behind him. New minority owner Tom Brady is reportedly a fan of the sit and learn approach, and even in a draft class that's considered light on elite QB talent, there are still some intriguing options. So, what does that mean for O'Connell? If the Raiders do draft a quarterback early, don't be surprised if they put O'Connell on the trade block. He's shown flashes of potential despite some ups and downs in his 20 games with the team, throwing for 3,830 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, while getting sacked 34 times. He may not be a franchise guy just yet, but he's proven he can be a solid backup, or even a developmental starter in the right system. If the Raiders get an offer for a day 3 draft pick, it wouldn't be shocking to see them make a move. They don't have to trade him, but if a team comes calling with a decent offer, it could make sense, especially if Vegas is ready to bring in someone new. One team to keep an eye on: the New Orleans Saints. NFL insider Ian Rappaport recently reported that Derek Carr is dealing with a shoulder injury that could keep him out for the 2025 season. If that's the case, the Saints might be in the market for a new quarterback, and O'Connell could be a target. It's kind of a full circle moment. If New Orleans reaches out and offers a day 3 pick, Las Vegas might be willing to make that deal, giving O'Connell a fresh start and potentially letting him compete for a starting role while the Raiders move forward with a new QB strategy. Now let's talk draft strategy, because things could get real interesting between the Raiders and the Saints. As it stands, the Saints hold the 9th overall pick in this year's draft, while the Raiders are sitting at number 6. And with the possibility of a top quarterback like Shedeur Sanders slipping a few spots, there's a real scenario where he's still on the board when Vegas is on the clock. If that happens, don't be surprised if New Orleans picks up the phone. There's been a lot of buzz about the Saints having serious interest in Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. And if they want him badly enough, they might offer a trade to move up. A potential deal could include the 9th overall pick, plus a second or third rounder in exchange for number 6. Now, if you're the Raiders, what do? On one hand, Shedeur Sanders is a compelling prospect. If he's available at 6, there's a strong argument to just take him right then and there. No trade, no hesitation. Let him develop behind Geno Smith and build for the future. But on the other hand, the Raiders have several key needs on both offense and defense. Trading down a few spots and picking up an extra second or third rounder could be the smarter long-term move. More picks mean more chances to fill holes, whether that's at quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line, or even running back. So let's break it down into 2 realistic trade scenarios. Option A: trade the 6th overall pick to the Saints for pick 9 and a second rounder, number 40. Option B: trade the 6th pick for pick 9 and a third rounder instead. Personally, option A looks better. More value, more flexibility. But even with option B, it's a win if the front office drafts wisely. And if the Raiders don't land Sanders, that's totally fine. This draft class still has solid quarterback depth. Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe, Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel. There's talent available outside of the top 10. Speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk about another name generating buzz: Quinn Ewers. The former Texas Longhorns quarterback appeared on The Rich Eisen Show and talked about his NFL draft journey. During the interview, he shared his thoughts on potentially playing for a team led by Pete Carroll. Ewers praised Carroll's philosophy, especially his constant emphasis on competition. According to Ewers, Coach Carroll probably says the word compete 100 times a day. It doesn't matter what you're doing. In that building, you're either competing or you're not. There's no in between. That mindset, Ewers says it already matches how he lives his life. It's clear Ewers is the kind of guy who wants to earn his spot, and if the Raiders are looking for a quarterback with grit and a growth mindset, he could absolutely be on their radar. So, what's the next move for the Raiders at quarterback? There's been chatter about Quinn Ewers and a possible fit in Vegas. His recent comments about Pete Carroll definitely caught attention. Ewers spoke highly of Carroll's coaching philosophy, particularly his obsession with competition. According to Ewers, you're either competing or you're not. There's no in between. That kind of mindset fits perfectly with the culture Carroll is known for building. Now, while it's too early to know for sure where Ewers will land, the idea of him joining the Raiders shouldn't be dismissed. If the front office decides not to take a quarterback at number 6, Ewers could be an intriguing mid-round option, especially if they've already addressed some of their bigger roster needs. If Ewers is still available in the third or even fourth round, and the Raiders are still looking to add another QB to the room, it could make a lot of sense. He's not the top prospect in this class, but he's got real tools: strong arm, quick release, smooth mechanics. And while injuries and inconsistency have raised some questions, the upside is there. This is exactly the type of situation Pete Carroll thrives in. A young quarterback with talent and something to prove? That's right in his wheelhouse. Ewers would have a chance to come in, learn behind Geno Smith, and compete to be the quarterback of the future. And let's be real, even if he doesn't win the starting job right away, adding depth and competition is never a bad thing. The Raiders have reportedly met with Ewers, along with several other quarterback prospects in this draft cycle. Even Chip Kelly, who coached against him in college, has publicly praised Ewers' football IQ and natural ability. So don't be surprised if Las Vegas takes a shot on him if he's still on the board later in the draft. What do you think? Is Quinn Ewers a smart pick for the Raiders in the third or fourth round? Or is there another quarterback you'd rather take a chance on later in the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, if you're enjoying the breakdowns, make sure to like the video and stay tuned for the next one.